The last desperate chapter in the battle for Shanghai. Nantao, the inter-native city, is put to the torch by Japanese shells and Chinese defenders. And another daring battalion of Chinese makes history, holding out in warehouse forts, defying Nipponese shell fire and gunboats. For many hours, the doomed force makes its courageous last stand, keeping the Japanese infantry at bay, and even pitting machine guns in desperation against the warships in the river. The Wangpu off the Nantao beach becomes a place of terror for foreign shipping, too, as burning junks fired to masked Japanese batteries on ship and shore float downstream and threaten to set fire to ships of all nations anchored in the roadway. A night of terrible suspense and fear along the Wangpu waterfront and throughout Shanghai as Japanese guns blast a final rain of fire and steel on Nantao. Nantao, Shanghai's final burnt offering to the god of war. At daylight, the Chinese defenders burn the bridges behind them, ordered to withdraw because their heroic stand endangers nearby sections. Most of the troops make their way to safety in the adjoining French concession, where they are soon disarmed by the French. The war is over for them now. They will be interned by the French until hostilities are over, no doubt. They were ready to give up their lives, but luck was with them, and now they are assured food, shelter, and safety. Wounded, too, gain the security of the French lines. It was their last hope. The Japanese have completely surrounded Shanghai, an engulfing wave in the tide of battle sweeping westward to Nanking. But among the casualties at Nantao is Pembroke Stevens, special correspondent for the London Daily Telegraph, instantly killed by Japanese machine gun bullets while observing the fighting from a water tower. Other correspondents were wounded. George Krakenoff, Universal cameraman, was there too, but he was unscratched. The Japanese drive against Nantao sends hundreds of thousands of new refugees streaming into Shanghai, by boat and by land. Homeless hordes fleeing for their lives as their dwellings and possessions go up in smoke behind them. An amazing scene of the misery that modern war brings to mankind. The pitiful wanderers storm the French concession by the thousands seeking safety. Strange are the sights in this exodus of terror, but life is sweet, even to human wrecks. Feeding this vast army of misery is a task that staggers Shanghai. Very few were able to bring food with them, even on the hoof. The battle lines have swung far from beaten and broken Nantao, but the battle against starvation is just beginning. Several 100,000 Chinese of all ages here in Shanghai alone face a daily struggle against hunger, a desperate fight for life.